I had a class in government, and part of the course requirement was Dr. Fran Mullins, was to work in a presidential primary campaign. Then it was McGovern, Muskie, Humphrey, and whomever else. I said, flunk me. I'm not working in any of these guys' campaigns. I never flunked a class in my life, but I was willing to flunk this government class. So at the same time of this class that I'm flunking, I invite Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm, the first African-American woman elected to Congress, as the BSU president. I invite her, because I had a little budget for speaking, to speak to the student body and to the Black Student Union. So Shirley came out and she spoke, and lo and behold, well, first she spoke fluent Spanish. A lot of people don't know that. She talked about immigrant rights. She talked about education, because she was an educator. She was against the Vietnam War. She was an unbelievable candidate. She talked about coalition building. And she was one of the first board members of NARAL. She was pro-choice all the way. I mean, Shirley Chisholm was a phenomenal one. And she was talking and speaking, and I'm saying, I've never heard a member of Congress speak like this, let alone, she said she was running for president, a presidential candidate. I mean, it was like, really? Because, you know, of course, the news, they just didn't cover her. So I went up to her later, I said, I didn't know you were running for president. I have this class in government, I'm trying to pass it. That was it. I said, you sound like a candidate I could work for and try to pass this class. But she looked at me, she says, wait a minute, I had a big afro, jeans, you know, power to the people. She said, what are you talking about? She said, first, she said, you've got to get involved in politics, because if you're not on the inside trying to make changes, you know, you're going to just continue to raise Cain, and yeah, change comes from the pressure, but she said, you're smart enough to be in there helping us change the system, so you need to register to vote. I said, not me, that's like bourgeoisie, you guys know what that is, that's like, I'm a revolutionary, so I'm not going to register to vote. Do I have to do that to work in your campaign? I'm just trying to pass this class. She said, yes, you do. So she took me to task. I said, okay. I took a deep breath, and she really mentored me. And that encounter with her at the Black Student Union, well, at the Student Union ballroom that night where she spoke, really changed the trajectory of my life, because I told her, okay, I said, who do I call, what do I do, where's your campaign, how? She said, I don't know. She said, I'm leaving it up to my local supporters. She said, I don't have a lot of national money, it's coming, this is a grassroots campaign. So I go back and I talk to my professor. I said, okay, I found a candidate. I'll try to pass this class, what do I do? She said, that's up to you. She said, that's what the point of the class, figure it out. Okay, so I ended up figuring it out. I organized the Northern California Shirley Chisholm presidential primary campaign from my class at Mills College in Oakland, along with other students there. I got an A in the class. I went on to Miami as a Shirley Chisholm delegate, and the rest is history, and that's how I got involved in politics.